in the commentary, somebody wrote, I had done a story about, and I think I mentioned tube gear, and they were worthless in the 80s, and people were just throwing them away or giving them away. And I had this. I just made this one comment. I said, "Who knew?" And in the comments, the one guy said, "Well, that's an interesting thing. Who knew?" What do you think? He was asking, what is worthless now that in 10 to 20 years do you think it may be worth something? And that got me thinking. I don't think anything digital is going to be worth too much in 10 or 20 years, but I could be wrong. I did see one example, the Gibson Firebird X guitars. They were, I don't know if you guys have seen this, it's a guitar that had effects processing and it tuned itself and it did all kind of crazy stuff. Well, Gibson decided at one point it was a mistake and they collected it all from from their dealers. And there's a video. I'll see if I can find it and put it up. But they lined them all up and they took a bulldozer and ran over them to destroy all of them. So none of them were left over. But that was like 15 years ago, I think. It was in the late 2000s. Now I've seen a few of them pop up that survived, and they're looking for $6,000 for these guitars. So that was one of those things. But as far as the pro audio community, things that are worthless right now, old audio interfaces, the 888s, the 192s, those type of the 1622s, all those old interfaces, and even the cards that went with them. I had like 50 Pro Tools TDM cards and HD cards. I just threw them out. There was nobody needed them. Nobody wanted them. Other things, you see the cassette decks now are worth something. So anything reel-to-reel tape decks, I'm thinking, the 2-inch 24 tracks and the quarter-inch machines and the half-inch machines that, not as popular now, or they're slowly being phased out. Probably 10 to 20 years from now, if they're in good condition, they may be worth a good amount of money. I'm just speculating. I'm just guessing what it could be. But this channel is mostly for me to tell stories. But this would be an interesting thing to see in the comments of what do you think that's worthless today that'll be worth something in 10 to 20 years or 30 years from now. So that's the topic of this video.
Yep, that's about what's going to happen here in just a minute.